Today is the first day in New York State that all non-essential business is closed. We are not one of those non-essential businesses. Lawn care is considered essential in New York State, and thank goodness for that. But here we are working on this aerator again. So what I've decided to do is, you see right there is where the hydraulic filter goes. So I pulled the filter off and let it start draining. Quite a bit of fluid come out of there. Now you'll see a box right there, and everything runs through there, comes through these hoses, goes up into the back, and this right here is the reservoir, and it goes all the way across. So I undid this rubber flap that sits across here. If you guys, some of you wanted to know what the inside of this looks like, well, this is it right here. So if I shine a little light there, maybe you can see a little better. All the way up through. Anyway, so that box runs all the way across there. And then in the back here, that's the box. I don't know how well this will show up. Let me see. This is the box right here. It runs all the way across, like I said. Here's the dipstick for it. So I pulled the dipstick out, and there's nothing reading on the dipstick. There is a drain plug on this side down on the bottom. It's a pain in the butt to get to. You'd have to pull this whole side off and raise the whole back end up and then get to it. It'd still be a pain in the butt. So what I did, since the hydraulic filter is the lowest point of the entire system, I pulled the filter off and let it all drain through there. What I'll do, once that all completely drains and no more comes out, I'm going to go through the dipstick there with my vac and this long hose and suck out any little bit out of there of what's left. Now, the filter is a Napa Gold Fluid Power Filter 1551. So that'll be easy to get, and it is a 10 micron filter. Now, I have explained in other videos before, and this is very important. So if you listen to anything from this video, listen to this. Certain systems, whether it be on an aerator, whether it be on a mower, hydraulic systems call for one of two filters usually. I believe there's other ones out there, maybe one or two more, but for mowers, aerators, things like that, they call usually for one of two filters, either a 10 micron or a 25 micron. You cannot change these up. I'm sure somebody somewhere has done it, and I hope that they did it without bad results, but the purpose of that filter is it controls the pressure. So from a 10 micron to a 25 micron, it controls how much fluid can pass through, how fast, and what pressure. So if you call for a 25 micron filter and you put a 10 in there, it's letting fluid through a lot faster, a lot easier, and it's not catching as many particles, so on and so forth. You could screw up your hydraulic system. So make sure you look it up when you're changing hydraulic filters on anything to make sure you get the right one. This one happens to be a 10 micron, so that's what I'm putting right back on it. Okay, a bunch of people have asked, what is in that box Richie Plemons sent you? So let's just find out. I already know what's in here, but you guys don't. So we're going to open this up and we're going to find out. Real quick, before I show you what's in this box, I should be wearing a Plemons Lawn Care hat, or maybe a shirt, or even a hoodie, or anything like that. But no, because unlike the rest of the country, I don't have a Plemons Lawn Care shirt, or a hat, or anything like that. I don't even have a keychain. So guess who gets credit for this one? Kevin Frost. Fall River. All right, back to this box. So, as you guys know, Richie is a big proponent of All-American Sharpener. They just come out with a new version. So Richie called me up and said, hey, you just bought that new RBG 712, which is right there. That's my baby. I love that thing. But he said, would you be interested in this sharpener? And I said, yeah, actually, I've never tried one out. I'd like to try it out and see how it goes. You guys know I gave Roscoe my other Neary blade sharpener, which is a really nice sharpener, but he has a lot of bench space and he has a lot of angle grinders. I have two. I have the battery-powered Milwaukee right there, but then I also have a corded Milwaukee in the toolbox. But he's got like 6 or 7 of them darn things. But anyway, I'm not so sure the Neary blade sharpener is going to work great for what he's doing. I think it'll be it'll be nice for him, but I think that this might work even better. So I'm definitely interested in trying it out. I don't think I'm going to switch from my RBG. And I told Richie that before he sent this to me. I said, so, you know, if that's an issue, then and you want it to go to somebody that you know is definitely going to use it, then by all means send it to someone else. But I told him, I said, I think that what I might end up doing is setting this up in Ryan's garage for him to use it, because I think he'll get better use out of it than I will. And he was perfectly fine with that. So here it is, the full instructions on it, everything that's included in it. And this is the sharpener. And it mounts to your bench. And if you guys have never seen how this works, I'm not going to set it up right here on my bench, because I'd have to drill holes in my bench and mount this thing. And like I said, I'm more than likely setting this up in Ryan's garage. But if you guys have any interest in these at all, this All-American blade sharpener, go check out Richie Plyman's videos. He does a bunch of videos on this, and he just released a video on the new style All-American blade sharpener. These things are pretty impressive by far. So I definitely encourage you to go check out all Richie's videos on it and see how he has it set up. And he covers them in far more detail than I can, because even if I set this up, I'd kind of just be learning as I go. Richie has these things down pat. So contact him if you're interested in ordering one of these, either this one here or the new one they just come out with, or if you have any interest in how they work, definitely go check out Richie's videos and contact him. Okay, so a couple things here. I went and got the Napa filter. It is Napa Gold 1551. That's what was on there. And I checked the specs on it, and it is a 10 micron filter, so I'm going to put the same thing on there. They say you're supposed to pre-fill the filter first. Usually I only do that on stuff where the filter screws straight up on. Otherwise you're going to risk dumping a bunch of it out anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-fill it anyway, just not all the way, just as much as I can. And then I'll screw it on. But I've looked everywhere online, and all it says in all the manuals and everything is to use Jacobsen hydraulic fluid. It doesn't tell me the viscosity of it. It doesn't say anything. So what I did was I called a good friend of mine, an older gentleman who has a small engine repair shop. He's had it for years and years and years, and he's the guy I've mentioned in videos before that when I have a big problem, that's why I take it to. Like when I did the engine swap on the Exmark Laser Z way back when, and then I need all the final hookups and everything done because it was a little bit different, and he did it all for me. But anyway, I called him and asked his opinion, and he said, you drained all the fluid and you changed the filter? I said, yep, that's what I'm doing. He said, well, then you'd be perfectly fine with either 1550 or 2050. He goes, personally, if it was me, I'd fill it with the mobile one, full synthetic 1550, and you should be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I got all the fluid out except for I didn't stick the Mighty Vac suction down in the reservoir yet. I still have to do that. But I don't want any air gaps anywhere in the system because I want it to have that full suction. So I'm going to put the filter on first, and then I'm going to vac out any little bit of residual I might get out of there. But let me show you guys something real quick that I'm definitely going to have to keep an eye on. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but you see all that right there? That's where I had the filter sitting to drain the rest out. That's all metal shavings. Now, when you change a filter out on just about anything, you're going to get a little bit of metal shavings here and there. That's normal. It's normal wear. But that's a lot more than I would like to see. So it's not like extreme that I'm super concerned with it. It's just a little bit more than, a lot more actually, than I would like to see. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this system. Hopefully everything works out all right. And it just tells me that this thing hasn't been changed on a regular basis, and the hydraulic fluid that was in there has broke down over time, therefore allowing parts to wear more frequently, which gives you the metal shaving. So anyway, we're going to get this put on here, and then I came up with another idea of something I'm going to do today. So I'm going to fill this up with fluid. I'm going to screw it on there. I'm going to vac that out. I'm going to top this thing off with fluid, and then I'll bring you guys back. I'm not going to film all that. It's all basic. But I'll bring you back to show you what my next idea is. So I wrote on there exactly what I did here. So I got Mobile 1 1550 full synthetic, and I did it on 3/23/2020, and the hours 7,442. Yep, there's almost 7,500 hours on this bad boy. But I'm not sure if this hour gauge actually works or not, so that's why I put the date on there so that I have a reference point. So this is my other idea. I have this big piece of real estate across there, and on the other side, on both sides, and I already, as you guys know, I already put my logo and the phone number on the back there. So why not do it on here too? So I went and printed out 2 of them, 1 for each side, and I'm gonna throw them on here. So I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit while I do this. I just want to talk to you guys real quick about the video I put out the other day asking for medical supplies to help my wife. She is in home care, and the response that I got from you guys has been phenomenal. You guys are sending packages from all over the country, and I made sure that I emphasize I don't want any of you guys shorting yourselves or your families, just if you had anything extra. And it just got ridiculous in the first couple hours, the amount of people that responded. I've already received 4 packages since Saturday, I believe it was, when I got the first package, and stuff is just pouring in. And it's her and 2 others that she works closely with, that none of them have the supplies they need. So there's been so much coming in that she's splitting it up with them so that everybody has what they need. And it's just so important to me, and it speaks volumes about this community and the way that we help each other out when we don't have to. None of you guys had to do that. You did it out of the kindness of your hearts. You did it to help out. Nobody asked to be shouted out in the video. Nobody asked for any any way for me to say their name or to put them out there or to thank them. Nobody asked for anything. I offered to pay everybody for the stuff they sent. I offered to pay for shipping. Everybody refused it. It has just been phenomenal, and I can't say how much I thank you and how much my wife thanks you. We're good to go and everything from here on out. If you have it, see who else you can help, and thank you again. So that's it for today, guys. I got a lot more projects in here that I need to get on, so I definitely have video ideas. I'll keep trying to put them out as best that I can, but I'd say that's it for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Another just goofing off day in the garage and getting stuff done. There's not really a whole heck of a lot I could do right now because it's just the weather, and the grass is starting to grow up. It's definitely turning green, but it's not ready to be cut yet. So as soon as it is, I'll be out there cutting. And I can't wait, especially to try out that Toro Grandstand. You guys know how long I've been waiting for that. But this aerator is just about ready to go, and I can get some of these seeding jobs done that I need to do. So I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope everybody is doing well and in good health and staying safe. And who knows what the next video will bring, but I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. Until then, guys, see you in the next one.